Ricky Gervais roasted Hollywood at the Golden Globes, and it was hilarious. What's up, everybody? Today I'm here to talk about the Golden Globes controversy. Now, let me give you a quick recap just in case if you didn't hear anything about it or if you didn't watch the Golden Globes. Ricky Gervais is making headlines for taking jabs at the A-listers, pretty much exposing their hypocrisy. I mean, he had no filter. And it was hilarious to watch because at this time I feel that the celebrities got a taste of their own medicine because, you know, they're always preaching when they go take their awards. And basically he summed it up by saying if you win an award, you know, just thank your agent, thank your God, and F off. And I was like, and you know what? Tom Hanks' reaction kind of sums it up. How the celebrities were like, you know, getting a taste of their own medicine. Now, I don't really like politics or politicians, you know. I don't trust them. If there's one thing I learned in this world is that everyone will indeed disappoint you somehow. Because we're human beings, we are not perfect. And to be quite honest with you, if I was really interested in hearing about politics, I would go watch the news or I would go watch a certain party or a certain debate discussion. You know, I don't need to see that on my entertainment. And these self-congratulatory award shows, they have become extremely political, and you know, all these celebrities are taking the space to just preach their own agenda, and people are sick and tired of it. Proof of it is how the mainstream media has been losing audience. You know, these award shows are losing audience. People are not watching anymore, and even YouTube channels that have been pushing a certain agenda, they are also losing views because people are sick and tired of this. You know, the woke culture is fake. You know, this progressive thing, if these people really care about the world, they would be doing something about it, not just blah blah blah. It's easy to say, right? It's hard to take action. And I think one of the best things that Ricky Gervais said in this speech was basically exposing the hypocrisy. You know, these people, I don't have a problem. Let me just be very clear before I get into the article. I don't have a problem when celebrities want to go there and bring awareness to a real crisis that's going on right now, such as the fire in Australia. You know, people are dying, animals are dying, and if you can't volunteer, you could send some money to help. That would be at least the human thing to do. I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem when on one hand they want to preach about global warming and how awful we are for not doing our part, but on the other hand they're taking private jets everywhere. I mean, shouldn't they be leading the example? So that hypocrisy is the thing that I believe people are sick and tired, you know. Just shut up, okay? These people have no moral authority to be preaching to anyone. You know, they're the worst of the worst and they live in their own bubble. I actually said that already on one of my videos. They don't have any touch with reality. Therefore, I mean, who are they? And this is exactly what he said on this speech, and it was gold. Seriously, it's about time someone exposed their hypocrisy. So we're gonna read from this article over here. Ricky Gervais opens Golden Globe by telling woke Hollywood to skip the lectures. I'm not gonna play the video because, you know, copyright problems, who knows, but let's just read this. Felicity Huffman, Katz, Joe Pesci, the Catholic Church, Judi Dench, and James Corden got Ricky Gervais treatment during the opening monologue of tonight's Golden Globe Awards, but none took the brunt of the host's jibes quite as sharply as Hollywood itself. I mean, I guess his face says it all, right? And I do like Tom Hanks. I think everyone likes him. But this is the reaction of the Hollywood elite right here, because they're probably not used to being told the truth that way. But oh my God, this was gold. Casting the interesting town as hypocritically woke, with a Jeffrey Epstein, is it Epstein? I don't know how to pronounce his name, joke thrown in for good measure. The notoriously scathing British comic advised Golden Globes winners to skip moralizing, said Gervais. Thank your agent and your God and F off. That's what he said. And the rest he bleeped out, but seemed to say something along the lines of, yeah, he did say that. By the way, there are versions on YouTube where it wasn't bleeped out. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. Yes. Gervais cautions, most of you spend less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So true. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, people are sick and tired of hypocrisy, okay? Hypocrites are the worst kind of people in the world. To be quite honest with you, I really hate hypocrisy. I try to be open as much as I can, you know. I think it's the worst kind of people for you to surround yourself are hypocrites, you know, people that say one thing but behind your back, you know. And I'm not saying that Hollywood people, like I just said at the beginning, shouldn't like try to bring awareness to things. I'm not against that, but I am against when they're trying to accuse people of things that they themselves should be accused of. This is so true. You know, most of these people are hypocrites themselves. So if they want to do a call to action, I mean, start by example, you know, start doing something good. For instance, I just learned that, you know, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, donated $1 million for the fire in Australia. That is something that it's more admirable than going on these award shows where you're being self-congratulating yourself and preaching to people as if you had some sort of moral code. I mean, come on, get out of there. And then the best that he said, right? Apple's TV Woke, the morning show, Gervais said, was made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. If ISIS, not sure if I should say that, started a streaming service, he said Hollywood would call their agents. Yes, and then he pointed fingers, said you would call their agents, right? Mainly what he's saying here, you have no problem working, you say you're so woke. He said it like that. But you have no problem working for these companies that are using cheap labor, that are exploring people in other countries. Congratulations to you. So, oh my God, like this, the truth bombs that he dropped was absolutely hilarious. In fact, towards the end, I didn't think he was very funny towards the end, but at the beginning I thought it was very strong. I just watched bits of it, but then I went back to watch the end because I wanted to see who would win for Best Actor. And the Joker himself, Joaquin Phoenix, also took jabs at the celebrities when he accepted his award. He said, I'm not perfect, but you know, everyone is talking about this global warming thing, but you should stop taking private jets. And I was like, yes, thank you. That's so true. You know, you have no problem spending your money on things that are actually destroying the environment. But then you go over here and keep telling you're so bad, you should go vegan, you should be, I mean, seriously, get out of here. Let's continue. Individual stars didn't get through the opening monologue completely and scattered. If none are skewed quite so efficiently as Gervais, former punching bag Mel Gibson. Felicity Huffman, Gervais said, made the license plate on his car. Joe Pesci looks like Baby Yoda. And Kat Judi Dench chose that movie because she likes nothing better than plunking down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her areas. James Corden, the host said, was a fat pussy and he was in Cats. Yes, he took jabs at everyone. And Felicity Huffman, for instance, what she did to get her kid in one of the best schools, paying so much money, it's just bribery, and it's just kind of terrible. Let's continue. As for Hollywood executives, this was the other thing I really enjoyed. They were all terrified that they'd be the next on Ronan Farrow's list. Now, Ronan Farrow was the journalist that broke the Weinstein scandal. And then he even said, he's coming for you. And I was like, oh, wow. Burn. That's what I wanted to say. Burn. Gervais said, and sticking with the sexual scandal theme, the host noted that pedophile movies were big in 2019, Surviving R. Kelly, which I didn't watch, Living Neverland, which I think it's kind of BS that this is, if he was really, why didn't this come up when he was alive? He's not here to defend himself. I really don't believe these people, but I mean, that's just my opinion. The two popes, which is taking jobs at the Catholic Church. Now, switching gears a bit, Gervais devoted a chunk of the monologue to Netflix industry domination, the streaming service Afterlife series about a man who wants to kill himself after his wife died of cancer, and it's more entertaining than the Globes, he said. Gervais said. Gervais, I keep calling him Germain. And then he even kind of gave a spoiler, say season 2 is coming, so that means the guy didn't die, and that's his show. And he didn't kill himself, and then he said, just like Jeffrey Epstein. And then the crowd gasped and the host returned, oh, shut up, I know he's your friend. Whew, ouch. Now, I'm going to end this video by reading exactly what he said, and I just think that, you know, it's about time someone points the finger to celebrities themselves and explain it to them. I mean, it doesn't feel nice, right? This is how the audience have been feeling every time you're up there, you know, with your millions of dollars talking about problems that you don't really seem to understand. You're not out here paying people's bills. So shut up. Seriously, take your award and F off. Or actually do something about it. You know, do a call to action that actually means something. You know, donate something to a charity that means something. Go help people. Go change the world if you have the money for it. That is my biggest problem with that too. You know, celebrities live in these bubbles that, you know, it's just so infuriating. You know, executive people, they don't care about anything or what franchises mean to you. All they care is about profit. And now they're like, okay, so the Me Too movement is trending. Let's just go with this female empowerment and just make all these terrible characters, throw them some crumbs and they'd be happy about it. And a lot of people are applauding it. I mean, get out of here. I can see through your fakeness, the fake progressive Hollywood, that, you know, all they care is about money in their bank account. That is the truth. And that's why people are so sick and tired of these award shows, sick and tired of the mainstream media. Enough with this crap. So I'm just going to read his exact words towards the end of his monologue. So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You are in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spend less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So if you win, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent, thank your God, and F off, okay? It's already 3 hours long. 3 hours long. Right, let's do the first award. He kind of used the same kind of approach towards the entire show. Like I said, I thought it really worked towards the beginning, but towards the end, I was already, okay, he's doing too much. The other thing he did, he took jabs at Scorsese's height as well. He also made fun of Leo and his young girlfriends. He seemed to be a good sport about it. Yes, he, like I said, no filter, and it was really about time someone would have the balls to do that. Oh, the other thing he mentioned that I thought it was brilliant as well, it was the whole Kevin Hart being fired from the Oscars from very old tweets that he already had apologized for. You know, like I said, this woke PC culture is just extremely infuriating, because it's all these Twitter people, right? The police of Twitter that, you know, believe that they have some moral authority to go over there and just point fingers at everyone. You know, I'm not saying we live in a perfect world. I'm not saying there's no racism or misogynistic behaviors, or I'm not saying that these things are not there. All of these things exist. But, you know, if you want to lecture people about it, you should first look at yourself and change your own behavior. You know, who are you to be telling people, accusing people, when you yourself have no morals of any sort of authority to do so? You know, like, if you really want to change the world, especially if you have this much money, all these celebrities, you have the means to actually do some good in the world. You know, you have some means to actually open a charity and go help the poor. You know, go do something about climate change if you really believe in it. You know, some of them do. I'm not saying all of them are terrible, but most of them are hypocrites, and it's just infuriating to watch these things. People are sick and tired of it, and all I can say, you do your part, okay? If you think the word is bad and there are bad politicians out there, you do your part when the time to vote happens, okay? That's what you're supposed to do. But, you know, lecture people about what is right or what is wrong. I mean, who are you to do such thing, right? I mean, I'm not perfect by all means, of course not. And like I said, every single human being will disappoint you somehow, because we are not perfect. We have to try to be better. That's what I can say. But we are not perfect human beings. But anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on the Ricky Gervais controversy. I actually have to applaud the guy. I thought this was a brilliant approach. You know, it's about time the A-listers would get a taste of their own medicine and see how nice it feels to be pre-checked. Anyways, guys, drop your comments down below if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye.